There's a book inside the box. No useful items, though. Silent Hill's Ancient Gods, a study of their etymology and evolution. What a mouthful. There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own original Christian beliefs. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given the names and descriptions of Christian angels, thus shared characteristics begin to appear. There is also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise, or lord of serpents and reeds being dubbed with the demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but by their opponents. These books look like real mind-benders. Think I'll leave them alone for now. There's a book on tarot here. Tarot was based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card, numbered 0 through 21, has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings, or destruction and fraud. The second card, the High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, faith, or dogmatism and arrogance. According to some texts, the Gardner deck had more than 22 cards. The Gardner deck does not exist today. It is mentioned only in the literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on lost Hebrew vowels and denoted an otherworldly transcendental existence, i.e. God.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same God and still disagree.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it? Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you? You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Huh. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood. And listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
Oh no.
Don't worry. It's just a joke. By the way, I forgot to ask you. Did you get the seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it!
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine. Here, take this.
Monsters? They look like monsters to you? If you want to know my personal opinion, I think he was just joking, but it's still an unnerving line. I got the book Otherworld Laws. A big old book I got from Vincent in the archives. This magic square with strong protective and dispelling properties is called the Viren 7 crest or the Seal of Metraton. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength, therefore, places a very high burden on the caster. As it is also difficult to control, it is not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metraton after the angel Metatron or Metraton, also known as the Agent of God. Why are they writhing on the floor? I didn't check any of those doors, but I'm pretty sure they're all locked, but let me just make sure. You know, I forget if the stun gun actually does damage. I usually just use it to get past monsters, because they drop when... Oh, man. Oh, man, this room. Oh, man. Oh, it's so cool. I want to look at it more. It's so scary, though. There's a ratty old notebook on the podium. Oops, and there's a letter stuck in here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called a witch. Most likely her mother is abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best just to watch and wait. But isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. K. Gordon. There's a map here, but I don't need to take it with me. This is a picture of a wolf. It looks like a dog, but it says wolf and everything, so... Oh, yeah, but okay, but how would you actually make that, like, Go home. Drop dead. Thief. This used to be Alessa's. I mean, this was my desk once upon a time. It's a handout with our classroom resolutions written on it. Doesn't say anything about abandoning your friends or scribbling on the desks. Can't open the locker door. There are a bunch of books here, nothing particularly interesting. What are these, letters? No, maybe a bunch of suggestions? People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard rumors that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there was some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or our talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. There's a tape deck here. It looks perfectly usable. Cassette tape. There's no label, but the tab's been removed. It might be worth checking out.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since, in the womb of the Holy Mother, until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
There's a tape deck here. I used it earlier, so I know it works. I think that's probably the same woman that was in the, that we found in the confessional. Nothing important here. It's not that I'm not concerned, but I choose not to be right now. If I fretted over every damn thing, I would have serious mental overload. Relatable. High Priestess. It's just a candle. The bookshelf is nothing special. The name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Looks like this is her diary. November 10th. She didn't die then. She was born. I knew that for a fact. But then, why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise, but for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read the Book of Praise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I'd been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves' Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though, and that's what's hard. There's an old birthday card on the desk. So she was still hanging on to this. To little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. Aww. Well, we have everything we need. How am I gonna get past this? Oh, that's how. All right, let's look at what we have here. A memo book. Something's written inside. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. But she's not the only one there. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening, or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open the door. Enough of this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not, but I fully intend to save her. No, them. The last entry was written some 17 years ago. It looks like Dad wrote this too. My clothes from when I was 7, they don't fit me now. Good thing, too. The scribbling on the floor here is Alessa's. For some reason, she always drew monsters like this when she was alone. She used to draw with Claudia, too. A nice daddy and mommy, and a fun school. A happy world where everyone smiled and laughed all day long. In short, everything we never had. This is a closet. It's meaningless to me. I don't have time to wax nostalgic over these old clothes. The shelves are jammed with books. The top shelf has books on religious teachings and textbooks, serious stuff. The other 2 shelves are full of fairy tale books like Oz and Alice. Here's Mother Goose and Cinderella. I used to love these. There are playing cards on the floor. I used to play a lot. I remember little Claudia always had a hard time winning. That made her cry. I used to take these dolls with me when I went to bed. Scarlet and... damn, I forgot the other one's name. In fact, I don't even know which one is Scarlet. Scarlet, the only good thing about Silent Hill Homecoming. No, it wasn't me. Alessa wrote this a long time ago. That chapel altar. It wasn't the one beautiful chapel. It was some other altar somewhere else. Alright, the last puzzle. The door sure does rattle, but it's stuck tight. A secret is hidden out of your sight. You may be thinking, what could it be? You'll need 5 magic cards if you want to see. What to do then with all these? I'll tell you straight and I won't tease, just as long as you say please. Now the first thing you must know is that there's something in each row, but that is not the half of it. 3 would be too hard to fit. The upside-down man under the ground, to his right, to his left. There's no one around. Leave him alone, though, his tears are profound. The moon is up above the sky, fuller crescent floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. Your Excellency, praying to God Most High, do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? Do you have it now? You didn't forget. One major point you must not omit. And now at the last, before you take a whack, here's one more hint to help keep you on track. Scary and hateful, that thing in the night. Better be careful, it's not on your right. Turn to the left and you'll keep it in sight. So you'll open the door? I'm just sure that there'll be nothing beyond it but frightening peril. Forget about that. Just stay and play, or else I'll be left here alone all day. Jeremy Blastine flexing one last time. Anyway. I guess let's take a look at the cards first, and then let's read the poem again. High Priestess Tarot card. Didn't this card mean something like genuine belief? Just like her. So I guess we have a just straight up confirmation there that that's supposed to be Claudia. Hangman Tarot card. This was in that mortgage place. It's such a pitiful card. I guess this is my own interpretation here, but I guess that's Harry. Moon Tarot card. Found this in the archives. I don't think it's an especially good card. Yeah, not really. Vincent, maybe, and Fool Tarot card. This was in my old room, in a hospital room. What did this one mean again? I guess that's us. And the Eye of Night is, I don't know, because that's not a real tarot card. Found this in the chapel. Is this a real tarot card, though? So. I guess let's read this again. So, you have to get past the door, and you have 5 cards. There is, now the first thing you must know is that there's something in each row, but that is not the half of it. 3 would be too hard to fit. So there's something in each row, but no more than 2. The upside down man under the ground, to his right, to his left. There's no one around. Leave him alone, those tears are profound. That's the hanged man, and he's on the bottom, and there's no one to the right and the left, so it just straight up tells you where he is. The moon is up above the sky, fuller crescent floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. So, in up in the top row, there's the moon, and it's on the head of the fool. Your Excellency, praying to God Most High, do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? That's the High Priestess looking up at the night sky, which is the top row. Do you have it now? You didn't forget. One major point you must not omit. And now at the last, before you take a whack, here's one more hint to help keep you on track. Scary and hateful, that thing in the night. Better be careful, it's not on your right. Turn to the left and you'll keep it in sight. And so we know that there's the Eye of Night is also in the top row. So, Hanged Man, right here. High Priestess looking up at the sky. And the Eye of Night is going to be right here. So the High Priestess is there. I guess it doesn't explicitly tell you that there's nothing. Like, I mean, well, I guess it does tell you there's no one around the Hanged Man, so there's nothing here either. And here's the Fool. And the moon is on the head of the clown. And then the Eye of Night is here. And the reason we know that the Fool isn't over here is because it says that the Eye of Night is going to be on the left. So there we go. And let's save. There's a huge fan here. I can't get through. Here we are.